Zelensky is a dictator right now. He rules by martial law. The Ukrainian people are exhausted. They want a negotiated outcome. But Zelensky and a pretty corrupt government seem to want to carry on the war if someone will fund it and arm them. They're exhausted completely. And people are being dragged off the streets, sent to the front lines to be shot and killed. So it's absolutely gross what's going on. If Trump is clear, consequent, realistic, the war will end. And he has to tell the Europeans and Ukraine, look, this is a lost war. It's devastating to Ukraine. It never should have happened. NATO enlargement to Ukraine was a mistake.
So yesterday, Vladimir Putin spoke about the situation in Ukraine. He said if the Ukrainian armed forces refuse to leave the occupied territories, if negotiations fail, then Russia is going to achieve their aims through military means, which I have spoken about for the past 1 week now. He also said desertion in Ukrainian armed forces is very high. Even the Western media confirms it. So Russia continues to capture more and more territories. So there is no need to rush. Quite interesting. So one might be wondering, why is the West so interested in this war? I was asking myself the same questions till I started making research. Then I figured out that one, the West is benefiting from the war. Point number two, it is ego. They realize that Putin has defeated them. All tactics has failed against Putin. Now, how are they benefiting from the war? Now, let's take a country like UK, for example. UK economy currently depends on Ukraine. One, Ukraine is giving a lot of their resources to UK. In return, UK is giving Ukraine weapons that are not even working. These are old weapons. So UK is benefiting. You hear them giving billions of dollars to Ukraine. Do you think all these billions of dollars that these European leaders approve are going to Ukraine? Do you think all this money is going to Ukraine? Putin once asked this same question. He said, they tell you guys that I am corrupt. Across the media, check on YouTube here, Putin is corrupt, Russia is the most corrupt country in Europe, blah, blah, blah. They keep making this statement. Putin asks the same question. They keep telling you that I am corrupt. So you think the billions of dollars that they are taking from the taxpayers in Europe is going to Ukraine, or they are giving all these billions of dollars to Ukraine? I remember back in 2022 or 2023, Putin asked this question. This is a very shocking truth. Countries benefit a lot from wars. Some benefit a lot from wars. There are a lot of defense companies in America and the West that are all benefiting from this war. Let me give you guys this example. You see, right in Second World War, America signed Lend-Lease Act. Now, the Lend-Lease Act, they provided UK with some old, boats, and the UK became heavily indebted to America. The UK paid America right from 1940-something until 2006. It was in 2006 that the UK was finally able to pay all the debt that America provided them back in 1941, 1942 to 1945. So you see, countries sometimes position themselves strategically in times of war, provide you with loans, then you will forever become a slave for them. You will continue paying them your entire life. And Ukraine find yourselves in the same position. I told you guys, remember under the Biden administration, Biden also invoked the Lend-Lease Act. The Lend-Lease Act was first signed by President D. Roosevelt in Second World War. That was a strategy that America used to, provide loans to other countries, right? And Biden used the same Lend-Lease Act strategy against Ukraine. Ukraine will forever, for the next 1,000 or whatever years, will be indebted to America. So Ukraine their entire lives, they'll be paying America. So Ukraine situation is catastrophic. Zelensky and his guys are completely destroying the future of Ukraine. Ukraine whole attempt of fighting for their freedom, they have ended up imprisoning themselves because they will never be free under Western hegemony. Now they have fallen into Western trap. They will forever work for the West. They will forever be controlled by the West. So about the Venezuela situation, remember yesterday I spoke about the Venezuela situation. I told you guys that America showcased massive weapons in the Caribbean, which was basically to intimidate Venezuela, and it was also a warning that America is likely to invade Venezuela. So the defense minister of Venezuela today came out and also sent warning to Donald Trump. It's quite interesting, even despite America showcasing a very big or massive weapons to intimidate Venezuela, and Venezuela is still not backing down. It's quite interesting. And I've said this before, that if America is not careful, they'll end up in another Vietnam or Afghanistan if they are not careful. By the way, let me read what he said. Venezuela Defense Minister Lopez advised Trump not to attack his country. Let the enemy realize the magnitude of their mistake. Do not dare to attack Venezuela. Do not commit madness. Do not come for the people of Venezuela, because the people of Venezuela are ready, always ready, together with the armed forces to give the response that will be required. At the moment it is needed to protect our sacred sovereignty. We are ready for anything. We are ready to fight. We are ready to die. But we will never die. We will live and we will win. After making my research, this is what I found out. One, I think Trump is trying to create the non-aggression pact, the same system that was created between Hitler and Joseph Stalin. The non-aggression pact, which both the Soviet Union and Germany promised not to attack each other before it was broken. So he's basically trying to create the same system again, whereby, well, United States can focus on Venezuela. Then Russia can also focus on fighting their war in Ukraine. Both sides fight their own wars and achieve whatever they want to achieve. What about that? Remember the non-aggression pact that was signed between the Soviets and Germany. The Soviets focused more on Eastern Europe. They were more there, you know, the Nazis didn't care much about Eastern Europe. Then Hitler was also focused on Western Europe. So both sides decided to stay out of each other's lane. Both sides conquer whatever they want to conquer. So I see the same thing here that Trump is trying to create. Note, in 2019, that was when Donald Trump planned of this whole Venezuela invasion thing. But he was stopped by the Russians. Putin stepped in and prevented this whole invasion back in 2019. So maybe Trump is trying to find a solution to Russia, then get Russia out of the way. Then he can go in and do whatever he wants to do. Because history has shown us clearly that when America engages in war and Russia support the other side, it is always difficult for America to defeat the other side. It is proven, whether in Afghanistan, whether in Vietnam, in Korea. So there are a lot of historical evidence of this. I hope you get a point. Well, time will tell. I don't think this is coincident. The way Trump is behaving, I don't think it's coincident. It may take time for us to understand his real intention behind whatever he's doing now. It will take some time. But I believe definitely we will get to know what this guy is up to. Well, interesting time ahead. What do you think? Let me know down in the comment section. Your opinion is very, very important. Thank you once again for your endless support. Words can't describe my appreciation for you guys. Love you guys. Shalom. See you guys in the next episode.